And now let's welcome to the field, make some noise, our Utah Valley Wolverines.
Thank you for joining us here on UVU TV. Just underway here at Clyde Field, Utah Valley Wolverines versus Southern Utah University and the Thunderbirds. It's a beautiful day here at Clyde Field, about 84 degrees, perfect soccer weather. Thank you for taking the time to be with us on this Friday afternoon. SU moving the ball early in Utah Valley territory, trying to get something going. One of the keys to this game for victory for Coach Hogan and the Thunderbirds, speaking with her before the game, is to try and disrupt that core defense for UVU. As the ball goes out of bounds, ball is awarded to the Thunderbirds. The throw in, and Haley Adams takes it now. And trying to force a ball in. Libby Weber says, no thank you. Takes that, passes it out to Taylor Kirk. Taylor Kirk past midfield now. Melanie Osler on the far side with it. And a cross is deflected again by Haley Adams. Libby Weber with the cross. Looking for Brianna McCarter, just a bit too far. And Caitlin Caldera scoops it up. And Caldera with a nice boot past midfield. Headed down by Lexi Felix to Weber. And Weber again on the far side to Osler. And here's Kirk. Brianna DeWall, the freshman. Nice layoff pass. Deflected out by Jessica French. Fighting forward over in the corner is Taylor Kirk. Taylor Kirk into the box. And an early opportunity missed by Sarah Collister. But some good momentum so far for the Wolverines. One of the keys of success to this game, talking with Coach Anderson for UVU, is continuing to make that extra pass and playing sound, calm, and composed football. Libby Weber winning that ball in the air. Collister can't control it. Ball goes out of bounds. Awarded to the Thunderbirds. Aurora Moberly controlling it. Deflected out of bounds. SUU comes into this contest today with an 0-1 2016 record, losing last week to FAU on the East Coast. And Utah Valley comes into this one with a 1-1 record, splitting 2 games in Arizona last weekend, taking the opener last Friday against NAU and then dropping the Sunday decision in Tucson against the University of Arizona. Haley Adams with the throw-in. Strong over the head toss. Lexi Felix hits it out to Collister. And Collister plays it back to Osler. Osler again on the far side to Kirk. And here's DeWall. DeWall has some space. The ball goes into the box and deflected away from SUU. Wolverines looking for a little bit of a revenge after last year's contest, where SUU took the game 2-1. SU, led by Coach Becky Hogan, wants to play a little bit more physical than normal to try and disrupt the Wolverines. Shelby Green possesses it. Kicks it back to Summer Soriano. And that one intended for Haley Adams goes out to Sarah Davis. Sarah Davis, young goalkeeper, seen lots of action this past weekend. Talking with Coach Anderson today, saying that no matter how the first half goes, most likely they will split time between Davis and Nielsen. Brooklyn Nielsen, of course, the true freshman. Taylor Kirk passes to Collister. Collister to Weber now. And Weber in the near side, this one to Collister. And Collister making a nice run into the box on the end line, still in play. Looking for somebody to pass the ball to. Kicks it back out to Lexi Felis now. Lexi Felis a little bit optimistic on that one, just a little bit wide. It's the voice of assistant coach Lexi Robinson, encouraging Collister to use her left foot on that last one. Nice ball, one in the air from UVU, could not control it on the ground, however, lost to SUU. And here comes SUU with a little run down the side. And Shelby Green. Shelby Green contested by Callie Sue. And that's a name you're going to be hearing a lot of this year. The senior named to the preseason all-WAC team, as well as the preseason WAC Defensive Player of the Year. Here's Collister. Tried to lay that one off for Brianna DeWall. Intercepted by Summer Soriano. And the attempted counter falls flat as Davis boots this one back towards Collister. And Brianna McCarter trying to get in the mix. And played back to Caldera. Haley Adams pushing the ball upfield. She has runners on the sides. She tries to go down the middle. And again, Callie Sue is stuffing the attempt. And Lindley Brown passes it near side to Collister. A nice move by Lexi Felis to get some space. Passes it on the far side. Brianna DeWall now past midfield. And that one just a little bit too far for Taylor Kirk. So far here in the 8th minute, the most of the possession belonging to Utah Valley. There's a booming kick from Caldera. Trickles past Osler and Sue in the corner. Sue to Osler. And that one intended for Taylor Kirk. Could not handle it. Good hard tackle, no call from the official. Haley Adams to Abby Flandro, and Abby Flandro passes it on far side. And there's that pesky Utah Valley defense stuffing out the attempt. Lindley Brown clears it out. And Brianna DeWall tackled from behind. Whistle blows. And a free kick awarded to the Utah Valley. Sarah Collister with time and space. Dishes it out to Lexi. Lexi Felis on the far side to Kirk. Kirk put this one in. Brianna McCarter. Now Libby Weber has an attempt. This one deflected off of Summer Soriano. And Soriano tracks it down to the near side, still in play. Allie Thimpson, one of the players to watch for SUU, the goal scorer. Trying to pass that one upfield. Callie Sue denies that again. And Sue lays that one down for Kirk. And on the far side, there is the freshman Brianna DeWall showcasing her skills and agility. Melanie Osler. Lexi Felix tries to play one in. And Taylor Kirk lays that one, but the flag is up on the far side, offsides, against Utah Valley. Caitlin Caldera with the kick. Libby Weber fighting for it in midfield. And a lot of pushing and shoving and pulling. And it looks like Shelby Green is going to get called for the foul. Callie Sue trying to get the momentum. And the ball pushed upfield for Utah Valley. Sue with the kick to the near side. Here's Collister. Collister with a nice move to her right. Has a shot, but deflected. Abby Jamison controlled and poised. Lexi Felix tries to fire this one, but deflected as well. Collister trying to burn down the end line. And deflected again by Soriano. Soriano and the Thunderbirds trying to counter, but haven't been able to make it past midfield yet. And here's Thimpson. Thimpson makes it past midfield. I guess she heard me. Taking it all herself. Has some runners, a nice layoff ball on the far side for Brenda Sims. And a whistle against Utah Valley. Jessica French is going to take the free kick for the Thunderbirds. 13th minute here at Clyde Field. Big home opener for both the women's and the men's team for Utah Valley tonight. Here's the free kick. Played in, and really nothing doing there as Sarah Davis watches that one go out of play. Utah Valley comes into this contest with an overall 6-4-3 all-time record against SUU. Utah Valley took one away from SUU 2-0 in 2014, and SUU returned the favor last year, defeating Utah Valley 2-1. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit coming in from the north. So blowing from left to right on your television, computer screen, however you're watching this. Fans out in support on the far side. Lexi Felix called with the foul. Again, coming into this match today, both Coach Hogan and Anderson knew that it was going to be a physical matchup, lots of contact between the lines. That one deflected out of play. And a corner is awarded to SUU, the first corner of the match for either team. And looks like junior Jessica French is going to take this one. Hand is up. There's the kick. Ball is in the air and deflected nicely and out of play by Libby Weber. And Sarah Davis called upon early. Makes a nice save. And gets this one downfield to Brianna DeWall. Nice one-touch from Osler to Felis, and Felis plays it this way to Abby Jamison. Abby Jamison now up to Taylor Kirk. And Taylor Kirk back in the middle to Libby Weber. Libby Weber on the far side to DeWall. DeWall trying to go left, but snuffed out. And Soriano with the deflection. Nice ball for Kirk, see if she can catch up to it. And she does. Aurora Moberly falling away from her. Kirk lays it down to Jamison. Jamison on the end line. And a good, clean tackle. Nothing offensive, says the referee. Taylor Kirk back with it now. And plays it back to Lexi Felis. Lexi Felis wings this one inside. And back on the far side, Brianna DeWall. Brianna DeWall lays this one in. Caitlin Caldera with the scoop save. But a nice sense of possession and play for Utah Valley. So take a look at that replay. Nice through layoff ball by DeWall, but Caldera knew exactly where she was trying to go with that ball. Came out, dove on it, and snuffed it out before it could be put in the back of the net. It looked like Brandon McCarter was waiting for that tap in. And here's Collister. Libby Weber. Back to Lindley Brown. Lindley Brown deflected that one off the official. Abby Jamison creating some space to get that ball secured and passes it back to Brown on the near end. Callie Sue. Callie Sue with to Kirk, and Kirk back with a one-timer. Kirk could not catch up with it. Caitlin Caldera. So in the past couple minutes now, Utah Valley increasing their chances as they're getting more familiar with the SUU territory, specifically more with Caldera's territory within the 18. Callie Sue with another clearance. Brianna DeWall shoved from behind, and a whistle is called. Brianna DeWall, free kick. Comes to the near side to Taylor Kirk. Taylor Kirk to Libby Weber. And Libby trying to chip this one in over and off. Off the back post. Libby Weber, the very crafty junior from Riverton, Utah. Bingham High School star. Trying to play that one in off her left foot. Just barely over Caldera. Callie Sue, one of the captains with the armband. Here to the near side to Jamison again with the armband as well, co-captains. Two members who make up one of the strongest parts of the backbone for this Utah Valley University team, as SUU now tries to have a run, trying to catch Sarah Davis off guard, a little bit optimistic on the far side, misses wide. Abby Jamison on the near side. Nice flick off to Brianna McCarter. And McCarter trying to find space on the far side for Brianna DeWall. Snuffed out by Soriano and company. Jessica French now with the ball. Clears it upfield. And Sue is there again. Haley Adams. Flag is up. Offsides, Devry Hartle, the sophomore from Highland, Utah. Not too far away from here, Timpanogos High School. Got her hand caught in the cookie jar, trying to get a little sneak peek. Referee said no. Utah Valley trying to counter. Melanie Osler to Brianna DeWall. Brianna DeWall, calm and composed, but again deflected by Brielle Bourgeois. And Callie Sue and Jamison, again, the tag team duo of defense for Utah Valley. And it looks like we're going to have an early substitution for SUU. Peyton Bonino, number 6, is setting up to come into the game, the junior forward from Brighton, Colorado, from Brighton High School.
Six for 2. 6 going in, 2 coming out.
Melanie Osler on the far side to Collister. Sarah Collister pushing up the field with some pace. Here comes the ball laid inside, and Taylor Kirk just barely misses that one. Sure, she wishes she had that one back. A nice ball swung in, and Kirk had an opportunity to put that one in the back of the net, but just missed the deflection of the foot. And that one flew over the head of Caldera. Coming into the match now is for Haley Adams, is number 6, Peyton Bonino.
For 11.
And setting up to come in for Utah Valley, number 21, Sarah Sipperly, the pride of Canyon High School in Canyon Country, California. And Libby Weber now with the ball, dispossessing SUU. Libby Weber so confident and so poised. One of the favorites of Coach Anderson here on this squad. One of the leaders he looks to help get these freshmen up to speed. Allie Thimpson on the far side with her braids flowing in the air as she falls. Referee says play on. And this one on the far side, Collister trying to make a move, goes towards the end line, tries to cross that one in, deflected out of bounds by Brielle Bourgeois. And UVU will have their first corner kick of the match, second of this first half. And DeWall trying to kick Kirk. The ball is up. Dangerous play. Callie Sue with the pursuit. Controls it, kicks it back out to Jamison. And Jamison decides to have a go, aiming for the top 90, and it is!
Goal!
Abby Jamison with a stellar upper 90 goal puts the Utah Valley Wolverines on top 1-0 in the 24th minute. Abby just bends it in. Caitlin Caldera could do nothing about it and just watches it fall gracefully into the back of the net. Entering the game now for Abby Jamison is number 21, junior Sarah Sipperly. Now here comes SUU with the ball down the far side. Devry Hartle cannot make chase as that ball goes out of bounds. That was just a beautiful goal by Jamison. It's one of those that you dream about growing up. Maybe even dream, some of you, of making those playing against your friends in FIFA. Utah Valley now playing with a little bit of swagger about themselves. Again, trying to find Devry Hartle on the far side, goes out of bounds. Sipperly with the inbounds to Weber. And bouncing around off of a couple of Thunderbirds. Libby Weber gets it back. Now Lexi Felis. And the far side to Osler. Osler dispossessed by Brianna Sims. Callie Sue secures it yet again. Melanie Osler having a little bit of a battle on the far side with Aurora Moberly. Ball's awarded a throw-in to UVU. Sarah Davis secures it in front of the men's team. The men's team watching and supporting the women's team on the bench on the south side of field. Sarah Sipperly trying to pursue, just a little bit too far for her. And SUU just can't seem to find any sort of rhythm here in the first half. Anytime they get any glimpse of a counterattack, Calais Sue, Jameson and company are there to sniff it out. Sipperly the near side to Weber. Weber back to Sipperly. Nice one-touch football to Kirk. Back to Weber. And Felis trying to play this one to Osler on the far side. Osler making a run. Dispossessed by Bourgeois. Bourgeois trying to play it up to Shelby Green. Shelby Green in a battle with Callie Sue. Sue wins this one. And quick to get in and play, Sue. Nice play on ball from Kirk and Weber, just a little bit too far. Summer Soriano clears it. Some more substitutions about to come in for UVU. As a free kick is awarded to Southern Utah. Jessica French with her arm up. And French is trying to put that one in the back of the net. Got caught up in the jet stream. No harm. Sarah Davis watches that one go. And we are going to have two substitutions now for Utah Valley, as Sydney Fitzpatrick enters the game for Sarah Collister, and Riley Gritton enters the game for Brianna DeWall. Both girls getting a handshake and a smile from Coach Robinson on the near side. And here comes Utah Valley. Melanie Osler tried to fire that one into the box, but that one is deflected. And cleared past Lindley Brown, back to Davis. Davis back to Brown, and then Sipperly on the near side. Sipperly with Devry Hartle giving chase. And this one given away back to SUU. Peyton Bonino to Aurora Moberly and Abby Flandro. Abby Flandro clearing that one, giving possession back to Utah Valley. Again, if you're just now joining us, Utah Valley Wolverines leading 1-0 here in the 29th minute. A wonder strike from Abby Jameson in the 24th minute, upper 90 Caitlin Caldera could not do anything about it. Just watched it go in right over her head. That is the lone goal of this game and the one that separates the two clubs at this moment. Brianna McCarter, a layoff ball dispossessed by Jessica French. Lexi Feliz trying to find Riley Gritton, disrupted, but finds possession back. Lindley Brown on the far side to Melanie Osler. Past the half-hour mark so far in this match. Swung into the near side, intended for Taylor Kirk. As the ball goes out of bounds and more substitutions, this time for the Thunderbirds. Number 23, Kelsey Bone. Number 19, Ellie Layton. And number 18, Logan Harker now enter the game for Shelby Green. Allie Thimpson and Peyton Bonino, respectively. Taylor Kirk finds Riley Gritton. Riley Gritton now to her right. A little bit of hesitation, but finds Fitzpatrick. Nice swinging ball. Kirk just cannot pull it down to possess it, but is able to find it over in the corner. And Sipperly with the one touch for Kirk. Dispossessed and kicked out on the near side to Logan Harker. And Lindley Brown quickly takes that one away and gets it back upfield for Utah Valley. Melanie Osler. Sipperly calling for it on the near side. Kirk, flag is up. And offsides. Libby Weber just dominating in the air. She has a couple inches on almost anybody on SUU's team right now. So anything in the air her way, pretty much a guarantee that she'll come down with that possessed.
13 for 16.
Lexi Feliz again on the far side to Osler. And there's a shot wide by Feliz. And more substitutions coming into play.
Checking in, number 13, Emily Park.
Coming in for Aurora Moberly is number 13, Emily Park. And coming in for Brianna McCarter is number 4, Lexi Peterson.
Substitution number 10, Brianna McCarter.
Lexi Peterson is one of those players that we talked about in the pregame to look out for Utah Valley University. Lexi coming off the bench in both games at NAU and at Arizona. Here she is with the ball in the box for another chance again, and this one just wide of the goal. Lexi had a perfect shot, almost on cue. Came within inches from putting Utah Valley up 2-0. Take a look at this. Lexi with a nice run, calm and composed. As soon as she gets within the box, just a little bit too much, and pushed that one past Caitlin Caldera.
So like directly behind the goal.
Like we were saying, Lexi came into the game off the bench in Flagstaff against NAU, and she put one in the back of the net. And she does the same in Arizona, providing the only goal for Utah Valley against the Wildcats. And here, just not even 30 seconds after stepping onto the pitch, has that opportunity. But more optimism and more improvement from Utah Valley as the Wolverines are turning up that intensity against the Thunderbirds. Fitzpatrick taken down on the far side by Abby Flangero. looks like Melanie Osler is coming in for the throw-in. And that one, kind of a lazy throw-in. Brielle Bourgeois secures that one as a goal kick for the Thunderbirds. Again, thank you, however and wherever you're joining us on this broadcast here on UVU TV, WolverineGreen.com. I am Brandon Crow, and I want to say thank you for joining us, and on behalf of all of you watching, we'll extend a thank you to our hardworking crew behind the scenes. Without them, we cannot provide you these broadcasts. Tirelessly working crew. Big props to you. As that one goes wide for the Thunderbirds. Aurora Moberly, a little bit too optimistic. Shooting that one just a couple yards away from the logo at midfield.
I didn't notice that.
The men's team's sitting there anyway.
Yeah, I'll tell Ashley to have to move over.
Callie Sui, that one deflected from SUU, and giving chase now is that is Logan Harker pestering Sarah Davis in the 6. Osler slipping on the far side. Cleats give way, but then she continues pursuit. Takes care of this possession. She still has the ball. Trying to find Lexi Peterson, but that one was sniffed out by Summer Soriano. And Lexi Peterson steps over this one, lets Kirk have it. Kirk trying to lay it off for Peterson, a little bit of miscommunication. Flag is up on Peterson. Emily Park on the near side now for the Thunderbirds. Libby Weber past Sipperly now, and this one possessed by Harker. And Harker trying to find Ellie Layton, and that one's going to go out of bounds. For the Thunderbirds corner kick, the view is obstructed down the sideline here. And it looks like, again, it will be the second corner kick awarded to the Thunderbirds this first half. And Jessica French, the junior defender from Alberta, Canada, is going to have her second go at the corner kick. Kick is up and away. And nice one-touch attempted by Aurora Moberly, but right at Sarah Davis. Sarah Davis hasn't been called upon too much so far in this first half, but when she has, she's come up with the clutch hands. As we see the ball in the air, trying to get that one time, and then right at Sarah Davis. Really nothing she had to do but just hold on to that ball. Sarah Davis with the throw to the near side for Sipperly. This one, a little bit of dangerous. Kelsey Bone now has it, but Sipperly with quick defense forces it onto the far side, and Sipperly again possesses it back for Utah Valley. Libby Weber now dancing around with the ball. Upfield, Riley Gritton. SU protesting for a handball. Referee shakes his head, says play on. And the far side for Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick defended by number 21, Brielle Bourgeois. Fitzpatrick goes around Bourgeois, lays it off for Lexi Felis, and Felis can't put that one away.
Lexi Felis. Number 25, Tara Furlong.
Tara Furlong, number 25, enters the game now for Felis. Furlong, the redshirt sophomore from West Jordan High School. Excuse me, from West Jordan, Utah Murray High School. Coach Anderson greets Felis on the side with a smile. And UVU again trying to get some more magic before this first half ends.
Caleb, check it out.
Lexi Peterson again finding herself around the ball in the box. Libby Weber trying to corral that one down. Callie Sue being pestered by Kelsey Bone. And Sue is going to put this one back into Davis's feet. Melanie Osler and Sue secure that on the far side. Sydney Fitzpatrick now, a nice turn upfield, but one touch too many, deflected out of bounds by Jessica French. Again, approaching the 40th minute here in the first half. Abby Jamison's lone goal in the 24th minute is what separates the Wolverines from the Thunderbirds here at Clyde Field. Substitution now for the Thunderbirds. Number 12, Alyssa Gomez is entering the game now for number 26, Brianna Sims. Brielle Bourgeois with the clearance. And Callie Sue back to Davis. With the way that this first half, the second half of this first half has been playing out, you get the feeling that the UVU's got something, one more trick up their sleeve before the buzzer sounds in this first half. Sydney Fitzpatrick. Now Sipperly. Sipperly with the turn. Not enough support as this one falls back into the feet of Ellie Layton now. Ellie Layton being guarded by Lindley Brown. 1v1. Layton with the layoff ball out of bounds. Intended for Kelsey Bone.
30 seconds. If they don't make it after 30 seconds, then the first one will just get it in there.
Sipperly with the throw in. Weber. Tara Furlong. And Furlong lets that one get away. And really nothing about that attempt. Sarah Davis again, very calm, cool, and collected. .43rd minute ticking away. Soriano with possession in the back. Lindley Brown now with the near side to Weber. And Weber back to Osler on the far side. Osler to Peterson. Peterson, it's very hard to miss with her cleats. Taylor Kirk now trying to make something happen with a nice turn. Referee says play on. Back to Sipperly. Sipperly now to Kirk. Taylor Kirk now with some pace on the end line, but the referee said the ball trickled just a bit too far past the chalk. It's going to be a goal kick awarded to the Thunderbirds. Coach Anderson expressing his disapproval of the lack of the whistle being blown against Taylor Kirk during that last possession for the Wolverines. And there is Logan Harker on the far side, but the flag is up as well. .44th minute. As Davis plays this one to Osler on the far side.
1 minute remaining.
1 minute remaining here in the first half. Libby Weber with kind of a lazy pass trying to get towards there, but Sarah Davis comes up big for Utah Valley. A little bit of miscommunication between Libby Weber and Lindley Brown, as Sarah Davis came up with the Superman two-punch save out of bounds. French with the inbounds corner kick. Lexi Peterson trying to get this one cleared out. Shelby Green deflects this one off of Peterson for another corner kick. And French plays it in as the first half expires. And that whistle is the indicator of the end of the first half. So we go to halftime. UVU 1, SUU 0. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back here on UVU TV. Abby Jamison's goal in the 24th minute is the lone goal of the game and the one that separates the two squads. I am Brandon Crow. Thank you, however and wherever you are joining us here on UVU TV or on WolverineGreen.com. It's a beautiful day for soccer here on Clyde Field. It's the season opener, the home season opener for UVU women's soccer and UVU men's soccer. The men's soccer play later on tonight, 7:30 against Washington. But we got a tough contest so far here in this first half. Like we mentioned before, Abby Jamison's goal in the 24th minute is the lone goal of this game. SUU, however, a bit pesky at times, but they have not been able to possess any sort of momentum or any solid possession past midfield deep in Utah Valley territory. Taking a look, again, the crowd has been great. The mall is out in full force here on to support the UVU women's soccer team. So shots on goal for the first half. The Thunderbirds had 3, and they gave out 4 corner kicks, and they had 1 corner kick to UVU, and UVU's 2 shots on goal. So looking ahead to the second half, some of the key factors that Coach Anderson was trying to incorporate here in the first half was trying to maintain the possession, trying to play with poise and to make that extra pass. And we saw a lot of that happening later on in that first half. Lexi Peterson coming on the bench. She had an excellent opportunity to put the Wolverines up 2-0, but she missed it just by a hair. And Taylor Kirk as well had an opportunity, but she pushed that one just above the outstretched hands of Caitlin Caldera. Utah Valley Wolverines with the 1-0 lead over the Southern Utah University Thunderbirds. Abby Jamison's screamer into the upper 90 in the 24th minute is your lone goal separating the two squads right now. Taking a look into the second half, Coach Anderson still continues to stress making that extra pass as one of the major keys for success for the Wolverines going forward, not only in this game but throughout the rest of the season. He also says they need to continue to force turnovers. Libby Weber was a strong force in that first half, winning all sorts of balls in the air, heading them down and not only creating opportunities for her teammates but for herself as well. And also they need to continue to manage the emotion. Always you have emotions running high with not only in-state rivalries but here with home openers as well. Switching to the opposite side of the pitch now for SUU. The keys for them to get back into this game, talking with Coach Becky Hogan, she said they need to continue to try and run at UVU, which is something that they were not successful at doing in the first half. In the first half, the possession arrow, you could have said, was maybe 80-20 in favor of Utah Valley, and Becky Hogan says that they needed to reverse that, and they need to continue to have their forwards push high, and they need to continue to make sure that their physicality of play increases, because they feel that when they increase their physicality of play, that'll throw the Wolverines off. But we're going to have the second half kickoff coming up right here on UVU TV and WolverineGreen.com right after this. Welcome back to Clyde Field. Second half is about 30 seconds away from being kicked off. Coach Anderson rallying up the troops, getting UVU fired up for the rest of the second half. There's Coach Hogan trying to rally up the troops for her Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds trailing 1-0 thanks to Abby Jamison's wonder strike from about 25 yards out into the upper 90 in the 24th minute in that first half. Thank you for however and wherever you're joining us on this fine Friday afternoon. I am Brandon Crow. Thank you for joining us here on UVU TV or WolverineGreen.com. And on behalf of all of our fans watching, again, we want to extend a thank you to our hardworking staff behind the scenes making this production happen. Looking at the shots on goal comparison in that first half, we saw UVU possess the ball about 80% of the time, and which is something that Coach Becky Hogan wants to try to disrupt going forward here in this second half. UVU had UVU had 2 shots on goal, one of them, of course, being that goal by Jamison. And shots on goal were about 3 for Southern Utah University. Sarah Davis coming up big, making a couple saves for the Wolverines. Coach Anderson told me going into this game that no matter what happens in the first half, regardless of how stellar Sarah Davis plays, that he's going to try and get some playing time for true freshman Brooklyn Nielsen, and that is exactly what's happening here as we saw the change of the guards at the 45-minute mark. Brooklyn Nielsen comes into this game having played last Sunday in Tucson against U of A, and she got called upon, kind of thrown to the Lions is what some would say, but Coach Anderson loved the way that she came back and attacked in a defensive mindset after Arizona continued to score goals upon her, and so he wants to see how Brooklyn Nielsen responds to playing at home, being in between the posts. UVU coming out with the second half with a little bit more energy now, going from left to right on your screen. Riley Gritton now trying to find Brianna DeWall. That one is deflected by Bourgeois, out of play. Some fresher legs from UVU on the far side. Sydney Fitzpatrick trying to catch this one down before it hits the end line. Corrals it in the corner, sends this one towards the box. This one off of the chest of Brianna McCarter, but into the hands of Nicole Jessen, who comes in to spell Caitlin Caldera. Jessen, like Nielsen as well, a freshman. Jessen hailing from Sandy, Utah, went to Hillcrest High School. Hannah Bruce showing off her speed on the far side. And a little bit of physical play, a little bit too physical, as the referee signals and blows his whistle, giving possession back to the Thunderbirds. This one headed away by Lindley Brown. Shelby Green on the far side. Soriano and company kick it back to Jessen. And Brianna McCarter giving pursuit. Collister pressuring French on the far side. Lindley Brown got away with a little bit of shove. Referee says play on. Coming out to the near side is Allie Thimpson. Allie, of course, is the top goal scorer for SUU. Scored 7 last year. She wants to test out Brooklyn Nielsen, and she does. Nielsen shakes her finger, says she's got to try better a little bit next time. Nielsen throws it out to Fitzpatrick on the near side. Brianna DeWall lays it off for Bruce and Collister. One back by Brianna McCarter. Alyssa Gomez from Soriano on the far side for SUU. And dispossessed by Lindley Brown by the Wolverines. Lexi Felix now with the one touch to Brianna DeWall. Brianna DeWall, a little shake and bake move, free up space. Clears it to the near side for Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick to Sipperly. Sipperly with the touch behind. And a nice one touch from Fitzpatrick to Sipperly. Sipperly with the back heel. And a swing into the box. Nobody home. Cleared out by Jessica French. Lexi Felix tapping it back with Riley Gritton. And Felix misses. And SU trying to counter. This one snuffed out by the backside. Callie Sue and company. Sipperly to the near side. Calm, cool possession to Brianna McCarter. Lexi Feliz swings it out to Hannah Bruce. Sarah Collister with a little bit more pace going towards the end line. And Nicole Jessen saw a little bit of action last weekend in Florida against FAU. Kind of a similar situation that we have at UVU. Coach Anderson wants to try out Davis and Nielsen do in circumstances. And that's exactly what Coach Hogan wants to do with Caldera and Jessen between the posts. Brielle Bourgeois with the possession for SUU. Kicks this one to the far side for Alyssa Gomez. And Gomez trying to lay this one off to Brianna Sims on the far side. Brooklyn Nielsen coming up. Very aggressive coming out of the box. And Brianna McCarter with the back head flick. Nobody home. Again, big home opener for both UVU women's soccer and men's soccer as men's soccer takes on Pac-12 powerhouse Washington at 7:30 Mountain Time right after this one. Riley Gritton, a little bit of a lazy pass. This one taken away by Kelsey Bone. Kelsey Bone up to Peyton Bonino. Peyton Bonino trying to find Allie Thimpson, snuffed out by Callie Sue. Coming on the far side, there's Bourgeois. Bourgeois pursued by Thimpson. Lexi Feliz dispossessed. Now SUU with a little bit of momentum. This time in UVU territory. With the through ball, there's an opportunity for SUU, and just too high for the Thunderbirds. Coach Hogan clapping her hands in approval. She likes the tempo. She likes the ball movement that she sees from the Thunderbirds. Something that we did not see in the first half very much. And SUU trying to stop the pursuit. Here's Brianna DeWall. Just missed it as she pushed it far outside. Nicole Jessen with the goal kick. Coach Anderson coming into this year after the preseason practices talked a lot about how this team has such a tremendous amount of raw talent. But they lost some key seniors last year and key vocal leaders as well as key personalities. And he said that so far this season, that's one thing that he is encouraging his team and hopes his team finds very quickly is that personality. Fitzpatrick with the ball off of Bourgeois. Bourgeois with the throw in now. Yeah. Callie Sue to the feet of Sarah Sipperly with Thimpson to pursue. And a nice play on ball by Shelby Green. Shelby Green trying to lay it off. Trying to go between the legs of Sue. Sue, a misclear. Gives the ball back to SUU. And that one trickles out of bounds. Sipperly with a nice throw in. Lexi Feliz fending off defenders left and right, clearing the ball back out to Lindley Brown. Lindley Brown up to Sipperly. Sipperly back to Feliz, back to Sipperly. And this one is intercepted by Abby Flandro. Sydney Fitzpatrick fending off Bourgeois.
All right, Libby, let's go, Bo. Get in there and play hard.
Libby Weber, you see on your screen with that green vest, is setting to come in on the next dead ball. Sydney Fitzpatrick on the far side. Sarah Collister trying to make room. This one nicked out of bounds. See what the referee calls, and he calls a corner kick for UVU. And the whistle is blown. Coming into the game now is Libby Weber, who started the match for the Wolverines. She comes in for Riley Gritton. And Riley Gritton is greeted with high fives and smiles from Coach Anderson on the sideline. Sydney Fitzpatrick with the corner kick. This one is in the air. Lots of bodies flying around. Libby Weber trying to head it in. Trying to see what the official call is. They're waving it off. Waving off the goal. So we take a look on that replay. The referee's calling offsides. The flag was up. Both officials looked at each other in a little bit of confusion. I guess it's still opening week for a lot of people. But that one was definitely a no goal as Libby Weber in possession lays this one off. Brianna McCarter just a little bit too far on the far side. Sarah Collister trying to play it back to McCarter, but Nicole Jessen comes in time to save that one. And Jessen quickly gets up and throws this one downfield. Trying to find Allie Thimpson running like a thoroughbred past Callie Sue. Sarah Collister. Back to Callie Sue. To the near side and Sipperly. Sipperly back to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick trying to get an angle on Bourgeois. Fitzpatrick towards the end line. Little hesitation. And she kicks it out off of Bourgeois for a corner kick. UVU jostling for possession and position in the box. Fitzpatrick with a cross in. Trying to come in was Callie Sue for the header at the top of the box. And that one went off of a SUU defender, on the far side. Brianna DeWall will take the kick. Here's the kick, inbounds, near side from Brianna DeWall, and this one's stuffed by Soriano. Again from DeWall, this one punched out by Jessen. Thimpson misses it. Fitzpatrick trying to clear it in. Misses on the far side. Fitzpatrick trying to protest that there is some sort of handball, but the official on the side is not going for it. Apparently it's been overruled. And another corner kick is awarded to UVU. This one, their 6th corner kick of the match. Playing it off to the near side to Sarah Sipperly. Back to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick to Sipperly. And 2-on-2. Fitzpatrick down to the end line. Secures it. Guarded heavily by Bourgeois. And this one was stuffed out and hitting the far side, and here comes Kelsey Bone. A nice touch from Shelby Green and some solid work here from SUU with Soriano. And Sipperly with the pursuit hits that one out of bounds.
Number 5, Shelby Green.
String of substitutions coming in now for SUU. Logan Harker and Haley Adams. Among the subs coming in, coming out is number 5 Shelby Green, number 10 Abby Flandro. Bourgeois with the throw in. Bouncing around in the box, cleared out by Libby Weber. Brianna DeWall bouncing it off the chest. Bourgeois trying to swing this one into the box. And Lexi Felix flicks it just enough to get it out of the danger zone. A nice dancing move from Melissa Gomez in the top of the box. Callie Sue stuffs it. Brianna DeWall on the far side to Collister. Sarah Collister has Brianna McCarter and then Sydney Fitzpatrick trailing on the far side. This one goes for Brianna McCarter. Brianna McCarter with the one touch. Deflection, Sydney Fitzpatrick just off of the top of the post, going for that far corner. Something akin to her teammate Abby Jamieson in the first half. Misses just shy. SUU has a bit more energy than they did in the first 45 as we approach the hour mark of this match. Brianna DeWall's pass on the far side, touched by Weber, now to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick back to Felix. Collister on the far side, snags it before it goes out of bounds. 1v1, Collister making the run on the end line, trying to make something happen, and just a little bit too hard of a touch. Soriano gets it out of the box, and she continues with her possession upfield. And lays this one off for Devry Hartle. Devry Hartle saves it. Being pressed hard from Sipperly. Sipperly, solid defense. Back to Soriano now. Callie Sue dispossesses. Brianna McCarter taken away from Bourgeois. And now back to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick looking for a run from one of her teammates, trying to hit the far side, Brianna DeWall. Brianna DeWall with the nice move, goes hard for the end line. Nicole Jessen with the aggressive stop. Both sides have picked up the pace and intensity as this match continues to go. Again, UVU leading 1-0 for those of you just now joining us. Abby Jamieson had a wonder strike in the 24th minute in the upper 90. Sydney Fitzpatrick tries to lay that one off for Brianna McCarter. Just did get a deflection from Jessica French. Trickled nicely into the hands of Nicole Jessen. Callie Sue to Sipperly. The back line from UVU has been nothing but solid so far today. Deflected out of bounds from Libby Weber. And coming in for Sydney Fitzpatrick now is number 14, Taylor Kirk.
Checking in number 14, Taylor Kirk. Another substitution, number 12, Melissa Gomez. Checking in number 26, Brianna Sims.
Okay, we just have received word that, I beg your pardon, Nicole Jessen is not Nicole Jessen. It's actually Destiny Collins, the sophomore goalkeeper from Chino Hills, California. They swapped jerseys for some reason. So Destiny Collins is your goalkeeper now for SUU. Callie Sue with Sipperly and Weber. Taylor Kirk now back to Weber. Weber with a nice flick back to Kirk. Kirk back to midfield. Brianna DeWall has Collister trying to find McCarter. And SUU with the errant pass on the far side. Hannah Bruce coming up strong with the slide, dispossessing SUU. Now here's Collister. Collister showing off her speed, trying to lay this one in. Not enough pace on it as Soriano clears that out of the box. Harker fighting off Bruce for possession for the Thunderbirds. Aurora Moberly has her pass intercepted from Brianna DeWall. Brianna DeWall with the overstep. And Moberly clears that one out. A throw-in from DeWall. '65th minute still, 1-0. UVU knocking on the door of SUU, trying to find that second goal of the match. Brianna McCarter. Back to Felix. Felix on the near side for Sipperly. Sipperly could not quite handle it. Referee blows the whistle.
Thunderbird substitution, number 16, Aurora Moberly. Checking in, number 13, Emily Park.
And another substitution for SUU coming into the game, Emily Park for Moberly. And looks like Bourgeois with a throw-in. Callie Sue, nice piece of possession. Sarah Sipperly, Sue fighting off Thunderbirds. Referee calls a foul on number 19, Ellie Layton, against SUU. Callie Sue trying to find McCarter. Nice flick on. Libby Weber couldn't quite get up to it as Destiny Collins makes the save. Lexi Felix. Here's Taylor Kirk on the near side. Nice layoff ball to Libby Weber. This one goes out of bounds, deflected. And a throw-in from Utah Valley. Sarah Sipperly. Callie Sue. Stepping over the ball. This one is deflected out of bounds, and it's going to be a goal kick for SUU. Some of the keys to the match that we have been talking about throughout this game for Utah Valley have been trying to look for that extra pass, and we have been seeing that in immense capacity so far here in this second half. Coach Anderson has been nothing but smiles anytime his teammates have that extra pass. SU trying to catch UVU off guard with a quick little startup after that foul call. Hannah Bruce fighting for possession on the far side. A shot, but nothing too dangerous as Brooklyn Nielsen scoops that one up with ease. Brianna McCarter almost seems to never run out of energy, running up and down the pitch. Destiny Collins. Headed by Weber. Brianna McCarter, nice back head flick for Brianna DeWall. Brianna DeWall has a shot just wide. Destiny Collins, Superman outstretched attempt, misses. And that's the fourth close call that the Wolverines have had so far this afternoon. Brianna Sims re-entering the game, for Peyton Bonino. Brianna DeWall winning that possession back for Utah Valley. Brianna DeWall almost with a little bit of intensity, has a go again. This one forces Destiny Collins to make a save. That one on goal. Brianna DeWall, you could say she's starting to heat up here towards the latter part of this second half as we approach the 70th minute here. Sarah Collister is going to have this corner kick, the 7th corner kick of the afternoon. She plays it near side. This one punched out by Collins. And Collister's going to have another crack at this one. Plays this one to the top. Taylor Kirk trying to catch it. Soriano fighting off Kirk in the corner. And a whistle is called. Flag is pointing in the direction of SUU as French comes over for the throw-in. Lexi Peterson back for Furlong, about to re-enter the game for the Wolverines. Forces Destiny Collins to make a save. That one on goal. Intercepted from SUU. Megan DeHara passes goes a little bit too far for Devery Hartle. And Tara Furlong, as you see, number 25, along with Lexi Peterson, number 4, coming into the ball game for number 10, Brianna McCarter, and number 20, Callie Sue. This is the first breather Callie Sue has had so far this afternoon. Separately with the throw-in. Peterson, very easy to spot with those Ronaldinho-esque cleats, very bright. Peterson, of course, coming on in less than 30 seconds into the first half. When she came on, she had an opportunity to put the Wolverines up 2-0 and missed just wide left. And a layoff ball for Megan DeHara. Megan DeHara and Tara Furlong going at it on the far side. Harker mishandles that pass. And a little bit of miscommunication on the hand of the Wolverines on that crossing. It's the possession back in favor of SUU. Hannah Bruce flexing her muscles on the far side, fighting off Bourgeois. And here comes a goal kick from Nielsen. There's Hannah Bruce in the replay, fighting for that possession, trying to do everything she can not to let SUU have another corner kick. Brooklyn Nielsen's goal kick, a little bit too much for Sarah Collister to handle on the far side. Tara Furlong now with it. Tries to go back to Collister. This one flicked on, but right in the hands of Nielsen. '72nd minute. Still 1-0 UVU here at Clyde Field. Again, thank you, however and wherever you're joining us, whether it be UVU TV or WolverineGreen.com. Thank you for making us a part of your day. Lexi Felis heads this one out of bounds. After splitting the first 2 games of the 2016 season in Arizona 1-1, UVU trying to come out on top and make a solid statement with the victory over the Thunderbirds here today. And they're so far so good, holding on to the 1-0 lead as we have Brianna DeWall. Brianna DeWall tripped from behind. And we're gonna have a free kick as we take a look at that replay. Haley Adams just gets a little bit too close and clips the back heel of Brianna DeWall. Libby Weber with the free kick. Sends this one towards the top of the box and cleared out by Bourgeois. Handled on the far side by Summer Soriano. Tara Furlong gets it back to Nielsen. Nielsen trying to find Peterson on the near side, but Bourgeois deflects it back into UVU territory, separately back to Nielsen. Soriano and Weber going at it in the air, and Weber always going to win that battle. Coach Becky Hogan for SUU getting a little bit more vocal on the sidelines, trying to encourage her girls to make something happen. Less than 20 minutes to go in this one. SUU still trailing 1-0. Sarah Collister dispossesses SUU on the far side. Brianna DeWall, a nice shake and bake move to Taylor Kirk. Taylor Kirk being pursued very hard by Emily Park. Emily Park deflects that pass. And here comes Lexi Peterson. A little bit too aggressive for the referee's liking. SUU still trying to find some sort of rhythm as a whistle is called against the Thunderbirds, giving possession back towards the Wolverines. Collister, nice possession on the far side. Kirk to Lexi Felis. Felis finds the feet of Weber. And this one trickles out of bounds. Substitution coming in now for Sarah Sipperly is number 24, Courtney Stromberg. And coming in for Sarah Collister is number 9, Tori Smith. Stromberg with the throw-in, finds Peterson's cleats. '76th minute now. Coach Brent Anderson wanting to put one more goal in the back of the net at least to make an official stamp and statement on this one in the books today. A throw-in on the far side for UVU. Taking a look at that replay. Strong, aggressive play from Brianna DeWall. Sydney Fitzpatrick about ready to set to check back in the game for looks like what would look like to be Libby Weber. Lexi Felis to Stromberg. Stromberg with some fresh legs, recording her first minutes of the match so far today. And setting in to come in for SUU, Abby Flandro. Hannah Bruce clearing things away for the Wolverines. Nice one-touch football, which is what Coach Anderson's been stressing on the far side. Brianna DeWalt back. Oh, trying to find Tori Smith on the far side. Callie Sue setting to check back in the game as well for Lindley Brown. Brooklyn Nielsen coming way out of her box to clear that one out. Nice flick on header from Brianna DeWall to Taylor Kirk. Taylor Kirk on the far side, Tori Smith. One touch too many from Smith. This one dispossessed by SUU on the far side. Coming this way, trying to find Thimpson. And a little bit too hard off of Thimpson's cleats. Falls at the feet of Tara Furlong. Bourgeois back to Collins. 79th minute. Still 1-0 UVU over SUU. Weber coming in from behind. Peterson coming in from behind. A little bit too hard of a shove against Bourgeois. The official having a little bit of a chat with her. Taking a look at that replay. It almost seemed as Bourgeois knew what was going on, so she kind of pumped the brakes. Peterson had no choice but to just go straight into her. And here's French with the free kick. And it headed down, trying to find Thimpson, but sniffed out by Courtney Stromberg.
Wolverine substitutions, number 5, Libby Weber, and number 12, Lindley Brown. T-Bird substitution, number 25, Megan Guerrero. Checking in forwards, number 10, Abby
Libby Weber coming out for
Checking in
Sydney
for
Fitzpatrick, and Lindley Brown coming out for Callie Sue, making it official.
Callie Sue.
Courtney Stromberg with the throw-in. Referee getting in the way of some action. Says play on. Brianna DeWall throwing that one down. He has two options. Here's Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick lays it off. Lexi Peterson. Flag is up. Flag is up on Peterson. Almost took a little bit of the air out of the crowd. Everybody got excited for a split second until they saw the official with the raised flag on the far side. Tara Furlong trying to clear that one out. Shelby Green kicks this one out of bounds. Another throw-in for Courtney Stromberg. If the results should hold, that would increase UVU to 7 wins against SUU as Thimpson possesses the ball and kicks this one into the box. Referee blows his whistle, stopping play for a second to switch possession. Tara Furlong trying to clear the things out. Brianna DeWall. Sydney Fitzpatrick. Jenny French. Destiny Collins kicks this one out of bounds right in front of the Utah Valley bench. Coach Anderson encouraging Courtney Stromberg to pick up the pace a little bit from the backside. Courtney Stromberg with the throw-in. There's Lexi Peterson. Lexi Peterson back to Stromberg. Stromberg still has possession of it, gets it back, but the flag is up. Again, looking for Peterson down on the end line. Approaching the 82nd minute now. UVU clinging on to that 1-0 lead. Knocking on the door for SUU, however, trying to get another goal in the back of the net. Taylor Kirk. Kirk dispossessed on the far side, but then she wins it right back. Only to give it away back to Haley Adams. Haley Adams, his pass is deflected away from Hannah Bruce. Hannah Bruce out and just ahead of Tori Smith on the far side. Referee blows the whistle. Possession awarded to Southern Utah. Soriano now with the ball. Bourgeois to her left. She goes then sends to Thimpson. Thimpson showing off her speed, outrunning a couple Utah Valley defenders. This one deflected off of Callie Sue. Sue down into the corner, and Thimpson will elect to let it go out of bounds for a corner kick. Just shy of corner. They're going to have a throw-in. And it looks like Bourgeois will be the one to do it. Bourgeois with a lot of momentum. Gets some nice distance on that toss. Headed away and out of danger from Callie Sue. And here is Peterson sprinting down the far side. Soriano tries to deflect it, but Peterson gets possession of it and mishandles it as it goes out of bounds in front of the Utah Valley bench. Courtney Stromberg back to Tara Furlong. And the far side to Bruce, and this one kicked back to Nielsen. Nielsen's been called upon a couple times to make some very easy saves, but she has been there nonetheless. 85th minute now in this contest. Lexi Peterson almost licking her chops. You can sense that she is smelling that extra goal as Courtney Stromberg comes in trying to maintain possession of it. Deflected down by Tori Smith, cleared out by Bourgeois. Callie Sue wins the header in the air. Courtney Stromberg with the touch. And dispossessed by French and cleared by Bourgeois. Right in front of the scorer's table. Coach Becky Hogan screaming in the distance, trying to get her players to put pressure on the back four for Utah Valley. And here's Smith on the far side. Smith coming towards midfield, trying to find Peterson sprinting down the far side. Destiny Collins comes up with the save. Bourgeois, a nice flick on, right into Courtney Stromberg's possession. Kirk looking for Peterson. And this one dispossessed by Felis. Brianna DeWall threading the needle. Flag is up. Referee on the near side's arms are getting a good workout this second half. We're at the 5th offsides call so far within the last 20 minutes. 86 a minute now. Time ticking away. UVU still sitting good with a 1-goal lead. Brianna DeWall loses possession to Abby Flandro. And here in the remaining minutes of this match, Coach Hogan is going to send a couple substitutions in. Taylor Kirk has Courtney Stromberg sprinting down the near side. This one back into Sydney Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick trying to find Brianna DeWall on the far side. This one is deflected. Tori Smith to Hannah Bruce. Hannah Bruce back to DeWall. And DeWall cuts up field, going down to the end line. And this one will fall back to UVU and Tara Furlong. Here's Lexi Peterson. Lexi Peterson to Sydney Fitzpatrick. Sydney Fitzpatrick back towards the box. Destiny Collins coming out to make the grab before Tori Smith could put the ball in the net. Brianna DeWall on the far side. Brianna DeWall so far has played every minute of the match. Tori Smith finds Lexi Peterson with the touch to Taylor Kirk. A nice back heel from Brianna DeWall. Dispossessed now in the possession of SUU, coming to the near side with Haley Adams. Haley Adams tries to find Abby Flandro. Flandro trying to find Thimpson, but Nielsen scoops this one up. As the line judge on the far side had the flag raised. Another offsides call. Tara Furlong with the free kick in the 89th minute. Right at Bourgeois. Bourgeois to Thimpson. And this one is going to be right at Nielsen. And Nielsen kicks it out to Bruce on the far side. Tori Smith showing lots of strength and possession. Kicks this one out to the far side with Taylor Kirk. Taylor Kirk at the elbow, coming across midfield. She has an attempt, but it is right at the chest of Destiny Collins. Destiny Collins trying to get it past midfield. Lexi Felis with the header right at to the feet in possession of Brianna DeWall. Brianna DeWall to Taylor Kirk now. Kirk has Peterson towards the near side, and she gives it to her. And another offsides call against Peterson. And Peterson, with a grin on her face, looks towards the side judge. Nice pursuit by Sydney Fitzpatrick against Summer Soriano. Courtney Stromberg to Brianna DeWall. Brianna DeWall with the flick. Here is Lexi Peterson. Lexi Peterson in the box. Onside this time, and she seals the deal. In the final seconds, Lexi Peterson continues her streak. 3 goals in 3 games. Nice, calm, and composed finish just off of Destiny Collins. Lexi Peterson glowing just as bright as her shoes in the 90th minute puts the stamp on this one for the Wolverines. 2-0. And that is the buzzer and the final here from Clyde Field. The Wolverines take the home opener of the 2016 season and improve their record to 2-1. Goals coming from Abby Jamison in the 24th minute and Lexi Peterson continuing her hot streak here in the 90th minute. Final 2-0, Utah Valley over the Thunderbirds of SUU. We want to thank you, however and wherever you were, for joining us today at Clyde Field as we take a look at Abby Jamison's goal to open up the scoring in the first half. And Lexi Peterson right here sealed the deal for the 2-0 victory. Wolverines 2, Thunderbirds 0. Final score from Clyde Field.